When it comes to shipping your car, an informed consumer is an armed consumer, and brokers don't want you to be armed with information, but we do. When you're looking to ship a car, uh, carriers and brokers, it can be confusing who you really want to talk to. Not every broker is bad, but every day we get calls from people who have been ripped off or nobody's picked up the car, and unfortunately, it happens more and more every season, especially during snowbird season. Now, keep in mind when you're shopping, if you only shop for price, you're going to get what you pay for. If you only shop for price, you're going to get what you pay for. Thousands of people every year ship their cars, most without any incident. Unfortunately, each year more and more are being ripped off by fly-by-night brokers. They will mislead you with statements such as, the carrier doesn't want to talk to you. Yes, we do. We really do want to talk to you, because a broker can promise you anything in the world, but the carrier is not bound by it. So you really want to talk to the person that's going to be transporting your car. Now, when they start talking about different rates, priority rate, if you really need it right now, economy rate, you can wait a week. You know what? No such thing. These people are making a commission, and that's it. They don't own a truck. Doesn't matter whether you go priority or economy. It all depends on whether there's openings on a truck that is willing to take the low price you've been quoted. Now, keep in mind, brokers say bonded and insured, yet they're not insured. If your car gets damaged, they're not going to pay for it. The trucking company has the insurance. The easiest way to tell the difference is to get on the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration licensing and insurance website and look up your companies that you're talking to. If you see the words like trust fund, they're a broker. Bond, broker. Broker. If they're a trucking company, you'll see insurance listed under BIPD, and they'll either be a common or contract carrier. Brokers are not. That is the easiest way to tell who you're dealing with. Yes, sometimes it can cost a little bit more when you're talking to the carrier, but that's because we're giving you the realistic price. Trucks don't run on air. A lot of fuel at 4.5 miles to the gallon. So don't just look at the price and do something that you're going to regret. You spend a lot of money on that car. Do you really just want to give it to the lowest bidder? Do you know whether or not they're going to give it to a company that has paid their insurance premiums on time? Your best bet is to research a company. Get online, type in the company name and the word complaints, and look at what you find. Don't rely on just one review site here or there. And remember, when you get that wide spectrum of price, you have to remember, brokers are going to give you the lowest. All they want is their $150 commission. Sometimes they want more. And they just put your car on a load board for much less than what it should be paying. And a lot of times the cars, if it's busy season, they sit on that load board and your car never gets picked up. They've got their deposit, which they call a booking fee, non-refundable, and you're left holding the bag. Now, if you start researching companies you're interested in, you will find all sorts of information. And you have to remember, too, if, just read them. You can tell which ones are sour grapes because somebody wanted something for nothing, or if they really did get ripped off. It's sad, and all we can say is most people don't want to admit they got ripped off, and that's why the companies get away with it. If more people would go to the DOT or their local, like their district attorney or state's attorney, and put in a complaint, some of these companies would get shut down so much faster. Some can go for 10 or 15 years without being prosecuted because nobody wants to say, hey, I got ripped off. It's embarrassing, but do you want it to happen to somebody else? Do the right thing. Put in the complaints. Let's get these guys out of business. They think you're stupid. We know you're not stupid. Again, this is a high dollar possession. You want to get a reputable company that owns the truck, that has the insurance to cover your vehicle. Broker doesn't have that. Now, again, some of them will pretend they're a trucking company, which is why you need to look them up on the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration licensing site. Or you can look at the Better Business Bureau. Some of these companies, they've got alerts out. They've been ripping people off for God knows how long. They've been changing their address every few months. You gotta pay attention. Now, a lot of them, keep in mind also, when they say door to door or complimentary insurance coverage, there's no complimentary. By law, the truck has to have insurance or they shut us down. They have to catch you, but they shut them down if you don't have insurance. 10-car carrier is not coming in front of your home. So you have to keep in mind that, what a broker says is not bound by the carrier. You'll see a lot of fraud if you look online. These are ways that, these are things we want to clear up in this industry. We want to clean it up. We want to get these people out of business because it looks bad for the rest of us. And it does get very difficult when you get phone calls and somebody's already gone through a bad experience and they don't trust us because they've already been where they didn't want to be. And all we can do is our best to make their trip, their transport, hassle-free and give them honest answers. No, I'm not going to have your car there tomorrow. It takes more than that. There's 9 other people on that truck, so it's going to take a little bit longer. We'd rather just tell you the truth so that you know what to expect when you're getting your car transported. When somebody says, yeah, we'll get it there the next day. No, they're not. If you're going from Florida to Wisconsin and the driver has 8 other people or 9 other people on that truck to deal with, it doesn't mean you're going to see your car in a day. It's 3 to 5 days normally for between Florida and the Midwest or Northeast. And you have to be careful of these review sites because a lot of them allow companies to sponsor them. If I have to pay to be on a website to get good ratings, there's a problem. And when you're looking at, why am I getting all these different prices for my transport? Because a broker has barely any overhead. Trucking company pays hundreds of thousands of dollars each year. So just remember, knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Be an informed consumer and you'll do okay. And always remember, this has nothing to do with competition. We can't move everybody. We're a small company with 2 trucks. We're giving you this information in hopes that it will help you in the long run have a good experience.